You're watching The Dead Skeleton Show.
The Dead Skeleton Show.
Welcome to The Dead Skeleton Show. I am your host, The Dead Skeleton. And today, oh my goodness, we have a great episode for you today. We're going to be interviewing Ghostbuster Ernie Hudson. Winston Zedmore, can you believe it? Winston Zedmore, Ernie Hudson, is with us today on The Dead Skeleton Show. Oh my goodness, we've got an inside look at the new movie Ghostbusters 3. You're gonna want to watch this all the way to the end because I have a scoop for you. I asked Ernie Hudson if he's going to have the mustache in Ghostbusters 3. Oh my goodness, that's a little tease for you. That's a little tease. Make sure you stay to the end of the movie. Okay, so Ernie Hudson. This is Ernie Hudson from Funko. Look at this. He's Winston Zedmore. And here's Slimer. Here's Slimer from Ghostbusters. Okay, so we're going to do our interview now. Oh my goodness. Ernie Hudson, are you there? Are you there, Ernie Hudson? Oh my goodness, it's so good to have you on The Dead Skeleton Show. The Dead Skeleton is a huge fan of Ghostbusters. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Okay, so we have a couple questions for you. We have a couple questions. Question number one. What was your favorite ghost from the movie Ghostbusters? Oh my goodness, the librarian ghost, that is an excellent ghost. When I was a kid, I was probably about, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 years old when I saw Ghostbusters. And I remember that library ghost. I was sitting down, I was in the first row with my dad and we were watching Ghostbusters. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a great film. And then all of a sudden the library ghost comes out. It scared the pants off the Dead Skeleton. And that could be one of the reasons why I'm a skeleton now. It's because I watched too many scary movies when I was a kid. Okay, so anyway, yes, that is a great ghost, Ernie Hudson. That is a great ghost. The Dead Skeleton likes that ghost too. The Dead Skeleton also likes the taxi driver ghost. I think that's the Dead Skeleton's favorite, the taxi driver ghost. Okay, so we have another question for you, Ernie Hudson. Are you ready? Here's question number two. Is there any truth to the rumor that Paul Rubens' Pee Wee Herman was supposed to play the evil ghost Gozer, the Gozerian? Oh, you never heard that? Well, I think I don't remember if I heard it on the DVD or if I heard it in the news. I also heard like John Candy and John Belushi were supposed to be in the movie too. And maybe even Eddie Murphy at one point. I don't know. I think there was a little bit of interest in Pee Wee Herman, but I don't know. I don't know if he was Pee Wee Herman at the time. He might have just been Paul Rubens, but I think maybe I have to rewatch the DVD because I think that Ivan Reitman might mention that Pee Wee Herman was once considered for the role. I'll have to watch that again. If anyone watching the show remembers if Pee Wee Herman's supposed to be in the movie Ghostbusters, or maybe it was considered for the movie Ghostbusters, leave a comment below. I'm curious. Am I right or am I just going out of my mind? Probably both. Okay, so we have another question for you. Question number 3, Mr. Ernie Hudson. Do you have any behind-the-scenes stories from Ghostbusters 1 or Ghostbusters 2 that you might want to share with the audience of The Dead Skeleton Show? Oh yes, that's a great memory. Oh my goodness, The Dead Skeleton is a big fan of Bill Murray. In fact, The Dead Skeleton would like to have Bill Murray on the show. So Ernie Hudson, if you want, give Bill Murray a phone call for The Dead Skeleton. Tell him that we'd like to have him on the show. We would like to interview Bill Murray as well. Okay, and Bill Murray, if you're watching this, give The Dead Skeleton a phone call. Leave me a note, Bill Murray. I know you're a big fan of The Dead Skeleton Show. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But if you do hear about this interview, make sure you give us a call because we would love to interview you too, Mr. Bill Murray. We are big fans, and we also like the Chicago Cubs, right? Okay, we have something in common. We can talk about the Chicago Cubs. We don't even have to talk about Ghostbusters 3 if you want to, okay? All right, so we have another question for you, Ernie Hudson. Question number 4. Now look at this. In Ghostbusters 1, Ernie Hudson had a mustache on his face. But in Ghostbusters 2, the mustache had disappeared. There was no mustache in Ghostbusters number 2. So, Ernie Hudson, why is there a mustache on your face in Ghostbusters 1, but not on your face in Ghostbusters 2? The mystery is solved! Oh my goodness, that's a good story. I like the movie Leviathan. That makes sense. If you were already in the movie Leviathan and you didn't have time to grow your mustache, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? Well, when I was a kid, I didn't know that, and I always wondered why I thought it was because of the real Ghostbusters cartoon, because in the real Ghostbusters cartoon, Winston didn't have a mustache. By the way, I love the way you say that. Mustache. 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 I say mustache, you say mustache. 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 Mustachio. Mustachio. Pistachio ice cream. Oh my goodness. I love the way you say mustache. I love mustaches. The dead skeleton wants to have a mustache, but he's a skeleton and he can't grow a mustache. Anyway, so, okay, we have one final question for you, Ernie Hudson. And this is the one question that is on everyone's mind. Will the mustache appear in Ghostbusters 3? Oh my goodness, I think that means he's gonna have a mustache in Ghostbusters 3. We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. July 10th, 2020. All of our questions will be answered. Will Bill Murray be in the movie? Will Dan Aykroyd be in the movie? I'm pretty sure I read that it's confirmed. Will Ernie Hudson and his mustache be in the movie? Oh my goodness, we can't wait to find out. Thank you, Ernie Hudson, for appearing on the Dead Skeleton Show. Thank you, Ernie Hudson. Oh yes, and I can't believe it. He told the dead skeleton to always keep on busting. Oh my goodness, my dreams have all come true. I had a real Ghostbuster tell me to keep on busting. Okay, who are you going to call? Who are you going to call? We're going to call the Ghostbusters, and we'll see you at Ghostbusters 3 on July 10th. If you like this episode, leave a like and a comment below. Tell me who your favorite ghost from the Ghostbusters movies is. And if you're not already, become a ding-dong, hit that bell icon, and subscribe so you'll never miss an episode of the Dead Skeleton Show.
The Dead Skeleton Show.